I want you to share your story with your classmates, and I want you to share it with me. These are the next three elements in Blackboard. I have them here in a Word document so I can go over them more easily. But I want you to look. The example is the example that I already showed you. I'll come back to it in just a minute. After you have completed these steps, deciding what you're writing about, after you've organized your ideas, I want you to prepare to share them by supplying the information to these 10 items. What's the topic in your thesis? What strategies did you use for planning? What is the sequence of events? What is your point of view? Where does the story take place? Who are the characters? What do they say? What kind of detail can you include to help the reader experience what happened? What is the point of the story, your conclusion, and then a brief telling of the story. You're going to use that information twice. You're going to use it for the My Story Plans assignment that's here. It'll look a little different when you go in because I'll make it active, but you're going to share your story plans. Notice what it says that you are to do. You are going to click on the link, which will be active, and in the text box that appears, you will copy and paste the information. For the discussion board, you're going to do the same thing. Copy and paste those 10 items into the discussion board. Leave the topics there and add in rather than simply answering 1 to 10 so that the reader can easily see. That is your initial post. And then your response is feedback to that. Respond to at least 2 other people in the group. Say something positive. Ask questions. Consider if the writer places the ideas and details in an order that you think is meaningful. Does the writer provide the reader with a natural flow and sequence? Do you know where and when the story takes place? Do you think the point of view is effective? Can you understand what the writer wants you to know based on the conclusion and the thesis? And do you have questions? If you do, you should ask. The second part is the example, and that's the example that I showed you earlier. You'll notice that my dad's name is considered to be something that the dictionary doesn't recognize. It also tells me that factually is misspelled. But this is my plan, so I can make changes. You've already seen this information. In order to submit it, I would fill out all the information, and then I would copy it and paste it into the text box. This is how you're going to share your information with me, and it's also how you're going to share your information with with your group. You're going to have self-enrolling groups again. You may choose to enter a group with the same people from this week, but you will enroll in a group as you did this time. The discussion, as always, is due on Thursday with any responses due by Sunday, but you certainly may start at any time that you have completed the steps. The memoir then will be due on Sunday, February the 3rd. You can find the rubric in in Syllabus Plus. It is the essay, the departmental template or rubric for the essay I've added some comments in there. I will assign a review exercise after I have reviewed the papers. And then the other thing that you have due this week is the summary and response. It will be due on February the 3rd as well. It is for Lives Not Worth the Money, which is in your Writing Today textbook. Again, I have an explanation of each, an introduction to each, and some things that you might want to pay attention to as you read. I will remind you a little later of where you need to submit the summary and response. It will be in Unit 1, and I will try to make that process as easy as possible. If you have questions, please let me know.